Yo guys, I've got sparkles I'm going to use to ignite the fire for another hashtag Top 10 Thursday. Now the main problem with today's topic is that it involves 256 possible outcomes, because the great thing about Swap Force and the main thing that's marketing focused on was for 16 swappable Skylanders, and of course 16 times 16 gives you 256 different Swap Force combinations to work with. You heard me right, 256. So let's just say that narrowing down those combinations to 10 is a very difficult task for any single person to tackle alone. So luckily, that's why I'm not alone with this list. I am in collaboration with none other than Bomb03 himself, so go on ahead and introduce yourselves, my friend.
Hey guys, Bomb03 here, and today I'm back to give my personal 5 favorite swap combinations. Thank you, Ignite the Fire, for having me on for this collab. Number 10, Free Blade. Personally, for me, Free Blade is a really cool combination. It takes what I really love about Freeze Blade, which is his fast momentum pace, and adds the very overpowerness of Free Ranger, giving this very awesome and sick combination, giving me the 10th spot.
Placing number 9 on the list was a very difficult challenge because there's 256 combinations to choose from, so having my personal list limited to just 5 of them was most certainly challenging. Now you might think that because Blast Rise is before you, he's the one receiving the number 9 spot. Well, actually he's just my runner-up, because with Blast Rise is an awesome combination for being able to create a multitude of different projectiles. You know, you can launch yourself up high into the sky, rain down the laser, then knock back your enemies to then of course create a fire barrier and launch your bombs from them for a distance. So point is, there's a lot of combos that this combination can create, from Blast Zone being able to, well, blast his enemies, and then the rise portion of his of this combination even being able to avoid all enemy fire and rain down lasers from above, mind you, and then of course also having the mines that lock onto enemies to just make this so offensive based, fun to use. Not to mention it's definitely an aesthetically pleasing combo, because the robotic spider legs kind of match the fiery armor of the blast top half, mind you. But I wasn't about to go through this entire list without my boy getting at least one spot on the list. So my favourite swapper just so happens to be Boom Jet, so of course I need to utilise the combination somehow, and that's where Boom Bomb comes in. Now this is my personal number 9, since Boom Bomb, it's just so much fun to say. Say it out loud with me, Boom Bomb. You see what I mean? What a fun name for a fun combination. What's great about Boom Bomb is that Boom is very projectile-centric, but with his regular bottom half he has a large hitbox, and because of that his slow projectiles often mean that he's killed off earlier than his potential would allow him for. But with the bottom half, you can turn yourself invisible, move away from the enemies, charge up a projectile attack, and then launch that from a safe distance, mind you. So a combination of being able to sneak around with the powerful projectiles of Boom just makes Boom Bomb such a powerful combo that any enemy even should fear.
Number 8, Free Shift. Free Shift, in my opinion, is a very interesting combination, because just like my personal 10th pick, Free Shift of course takes again the powerhouse stat level of Free Ranger, but at the same time gives me multiple extra lives, which, let me tell you something, when you're playing Nightmare mode, this is a god save.
For my number 7 on the list, I have a combination which I know none of you were expecting, since it takes parts of my 2 least favourite swappers and puts them together to create, who would have guessed it, a really awesome combination. Guerrilla Rouser can tunnel underground, making you completely invincible whilst you chuck up rocks, and then with knockback damage of that you can go in close to your enemies and finish them off with your punch attacks, or, you know, remain at a distance from knockback damage to of course bring in your monkeys. Either way, what's so great about this combination is that you can start an attack and then finish it through with the powerful melee attacks of Guerrilla. So either way, it's a very overpowering combination that can create for strategy and pacing when used right, and that's what makes Guerrilla Rouser one of the best combinations in the game, mind you. Even though, as I opened with, it combines 2 of my least favourite swappers of the bunch.
Number 6, Free Shift. Again, I'm using the shift combination. I get it, I'm a little generic, but you gotta admit with me, free shift is a really awesome combination. The fact that, of course, I get, of course, his ice disc to throw around still, and of course his freeze eyes to really knock out the competition. At the same time, of course, I get, well, multiple lives. Now, the only downside I have with this combination, of course, I lose the speed and momentum, of course, freeze blade, but in reality, I lose speed, but I gain health, so I'm fine with that.
My number 5 is going to be Magna Ranger. Now, when I first got these two Swap Force characters, this was my main go-to combination because you could combine Magna Charge's magnet expertise with the pacing and the knockback damage of Free Ranger's bottom half. So either way, what you get with this combination is a tornado path which can knock back enemies, allowing you to focus your magnet cannon on them and finish them off from a distance. Combine that with some excellent pace created by the bottom half, and you can even use this as a double dose of knocking your enemies off the ledge by either utilizing the tornado to spin your enemies off the ledge, or you can utilize Magna Charge's magnet based abilities in order to throw them off the ledge as well. So either way, you have yourself a combination that can push enemies back and allow you to either focus on defeating them with a magnet cannon or just launch them off the edge for an easy one-hit kill. And it makes that even is what makes these two different Swap Force parts so great in combination with one another.
Number 4, Blast Shift. Again, I get it. I'm using shift a lot. I get it. It's kind of generic. But let me be honest. The shift bottom piece for Night Shift is an amazing piece because it gives multiple lives. That's why it's so great. And again, taking my personal favorite swapper, Blast Zone, and taking his top blast, giving it to the bottom of Force Night Shift, giving me Blast Shift. This combination is a powerhouse. Kind of like the unfortunate part is with, of course, me saying Freeze Shift, where, of course, the Freeze Shift loses the speed and momentum of Freeze Blade, but it gives me multiple lives. It's the same thing here. I lose the, of course, speed up and headbutt move of course, the bottom part of Zone, but to me, I don't really care because I gain still, of course, the bombs and, of course, his fire eyes, and in reality, that still is great because then, of course, if I die, I got multiple lives. That's why I personally love the Shift bottom, because it's just so overpowered and so great. Adding the fact that I get blast and I get a little more extra life, that's amazing. Definitely my number 4th spot.
But as for my number 3 on the list, we have Magna Shift. Now, what's so great about this combination is that you can combine the power and easy accessible moveset of Magna Charge with the speed and movement capabilities of Shift to give yourself a very powerful combination that can be used multiple times over with the multiple lives ability of the Shift bottom half. So now you can not only pick your enemies up and drop them off the ledge, but now you can even get in close really easily with the shift based teleport to do so, or you can use your shift teleport to easily get away. So case in point, you combine a powerful character with some great maneuverability, and what you have is a force to be reckoned with.
Number 2, Blast Blade. In my opinion, this is just truly, to me, the greatest combination. It takes and makes Blast Zone faster, which is amazing. Already, Blast Zone's already a fast character, but with Blast Blade, it makes him even more of a powerhouse character. Because with the Zone piece that, of course, Blast Zone comes with, that piece only makes it go a little up, just goes a little farther up, and makes him a little bit faster, but it does have a headbutt move at the end. However, using the Blade piece, it's just a pure on just speed and momentum, and leaving ice chunks behind. At the same time, I can use the bombs and the fire beams again from, of course, his eyes, making it, in my opinion, the most overpowered combination, and personally to me, my favorite swap combination. And yeah guys, that's my personal top 5 favorite swappers, of course, and thank you Ignite the Fire for, of course, having me on for this collab.
What we have at number 1 is my go-to Swap Force combination, and that is going to be Blast Jet. Now, what makes this such a demon for speedrunning is the fact that the Jet bottom half is so fast, and it's so easy to activate its speed by simply double tapping the secondary attack button, and even when you hold it, you can create gusts of air that create huge knockback damage from a distance. So either way, with that maneuverability and the combination of Blast's really powerful projectiles, what you get is a combination where you can keep your distance or approach your enemies with great speed, causing them to be knocked back, and of course giving you the advantage at creating a firewall and launching your bombs at them. So the string of attacks you can create and the pacing makes this combination really fun to utilise for 3.5 hours straight, no matter what game you're speedrunning, due to its effectiveness in the category. So without a doubt, my number one is Blast Jet. But now, with this whole collaboration having been said and done with, I want to point out the fact that Bomb03's channel link is going to be in the description below. Do yourself a favour and go check him out. I make some awesome content. You can thank me later. Regardless, this here Top 10 First Day is indeed coming to an end. I sure hope you guys enjoyed our take on the top 10 Skylanders Swap Force swapper combinations. And I will be seeing you next Thursday for another Top 10 Thursday, mind you. So says for name Thursday, the name of the day, more specifically. But until the moment arises, peace.